In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a part with some model states in it and how to make the model states column behavior the way you want it to before or without having to rearrange it by copying and pasting columns in and out of your Excel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go create a simple little block, and with that I'm going to create some dimensions. Now when we are working with anything in Inventor, it's always good to have parameter names. So I'm going to say length equals 300, okay, and then for this it's going to be depth equals, let's make it 90. Just remember with this, with the naming convention, if I had to say depth with a small d or depth with a capital D, it would be different, different parameter names. Okay, so once I've done that, let's go and extrude this the profile, and I can just say height equals j. Yeah. Once we've got that, I'm going to put in some fillets, and I'm just going to fillet the entire feature, and okay. So now we are ready to go with our model states. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my model states folder, right click and create new. Now, one thing you must notice is there is a primary model state, and that primary model state cannot be modified or deleted. If you from an AutoCAD environment, it's very much like layer 0 where you can't rename it, you can't delete it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that as is. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to say that this is as initial. Okay. So this initial over here, or if I actually like to change that to initial. Let's keep it initial. So with this initial over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change everything that I need to change. So let that be feature suppression, let it be the material change, if I'm changing my length or my depth or my height. And what we're going to do is I want it to be in a certain order. So when I take a look at my Excel spreadsheet that I opened just now, I want my length and my depth, or my length and my depth in my height. Then I want it to be my material, and then I want the next column to be the suppression of the fillets. So how do we do that? So how Inventor works is that the process that I change the sort of features or material or parameters in Inventor is the column order that I'm going to get. So the first thing I'm going to do is go up to my parameters, and with my parameters, length, depth, height. So let's make length 250, depth 100, and height, let's make it 15. Okay. Then what I need to do is I'm going to go and change my material. Let's go make it gold. And then I'm going to just suppress my fillets. Yeah, so just by changing it, it then now adds it to the options that you want for the model states. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just go change the description. So go to iProperties, sorry, not iProperties there. Right click on the initial iProperties, and let's go to this. Let's go to stock number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So once that's done, I can go and create another model state over here. But as I always say, if you want to do CAD stuff, you do it in CAD. If you want to do Excel stuff, you do it in Excel. So Excel is much better for creating formulas and copying different rows, etc. So I'm going to go edit via spreadsheet. With that, it'll open up Excel, and here's my Excel spreadsheet. So if I look at this, you'll see I've got it's in the order that I changed it. So the length and the depth and the height, then the material, fillet 1, compute, and then stock number. Okay. So in my initial, I'm going to say maybe I want to do some sort of concatenation of the length and depth to have it as my member number. So I want the member number because it needs to also be unique, and also because I want to identify it very quickly when I'm going through it. So I want to see the member number as 250 by 100, or 250 by 150, or 300 by 100. So I'm going to insert a new row over here, and I'm going to say member number, and over here I'm going to put in equations. So equals concatenate. Okay. Then I want it to be length. Okay, space x space, comma, and there, and then close brackets, and then there we go. So now the member number is 250 by 100. And, if you want to keep the millimeters, you can. It's just going to be the name, or you can just get rid of it. So I'm just going to go and copy this to the top over here. You see? Copy this to the top over here. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go and copy this row. And then let's go and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it over there. Right click and paste. Now, if I had done this in Inventor, I would have had to go and create new row, or create new model state, create new model state, create new model state every single time, all 4 times, and then I have to go and change each one by having to go to where my length, depth, and height is, the material, the fillet, the stock number. And with this over here, I can just, if I needed just to go up by 1, I can just go full series. Okay, very, very quick, very, very easy. I want to say maybe suppress this one, so suppress, copy, and paste. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now just with the member number over here, I want it to be this concatenated value over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is equal, so the member number is equal to that cell. And then because this is Excel, we can just hold on the right mouse button, drag it down, and copy cells. And if we need to, so 250 by 100, and let's make this 250 by 150. And then we'll make this 300, 100 by 100, and 300. Copy that to there, and copy that to there. Okay, so there we go. So now we have very quickly and easily created a new member number, which is unique, and which also tells us that this is 250 by 100. We could have also maybe, fillets, computer suppress, or the material number, etc. So very quickly and very easily, we've been able to sort of populate this much quicker than we would have in Inventor. So let's just go save this and then close. And then you'll see that it populates very, very quickly. There it is. And we can see there we've got the different sizes with the different fillets on there. Now, with this over here as well, if you do want the 300s at the top, I can just drag and drop it to the top over there, and that's all fine. One thing I would say is in Inventor, when you are working with Excel, for instance, the material, if you want to change your materials over there, Inventor is very specific about the name. So what I would do, and it's very quick to do this, I just quickly go and say, okay, right, this now must be, say, wood. Okay, and once that's been changed, then you can go back to your spreadsheet, because it is very particular about the naming convention for your material. So you see there's wood, oak, so I can just go over there, 3 by 100, and then let's make this also 250 by 100 over there. And now that I've got that, I can just test it out to see that it's all working as it should, and there we go. Okay, so there we go. So creating model states, being able to quickly take it out to an Excel spreadsheet, and just showing you how you can prep the columns before you actually go to the Excel spreadsheet to go and change things by which sequence you change it in your initial setup over here. That's where it will then set up the column row in your Excel. Thank you very much for watching.